Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of the amazing Top 10 Design Ideas. This video brings to you the top 5 roof types that can be used on any shipping container home or building. Stay tuned and be inspired. Good, welcome back. A shipping container is inherently designed as a watertight box for transporting cargo in the high seas, and therefore it can be used in its original form without adding a roof. In the long term, it is prudent to put any form of a roof on your container house to preserve its longevity, to reduce insulation costs, and also to enhance the charm and the aesthetic appeal of your home. Apart from the client's preference on style, the type of roof to use on your container house will depend on your weather, climate, size of the house, and the cost of construction. In this video, we look at the top 5 roof types that can be used on any shipping container home and building. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe to be updated every time we post our weekly videos on shipping container design and amazing design ideas. So the first roof type we'll look at is called a flat roof. So, what is a flat roof? A flat roof is that roof by design that will appear to be completely flat when you look at it. These flat roofs have a slight pitch to allow for drainage of water and rainfall. In addition, you need to ensure your flat roof is properly waterproofed to avoid any leakages. You are encouraged to use a continuous membrane without any seams to achieve the best results. Any membrane you use with joints will give you problems of leakages with time. Next, we look at the advantages of using a flat roof. 1. A flat roof is the simplest, cheapest, and quickest roof type to construct than even pitched roofs. Secondly, another advantage is that the design is very conducive for installing photovoltaic solar panels. What are the disadvantages of using a flat roof? 1. Flat roofs are susceptible to leakages because of the low pitch that is involved. Another disadvantage is it is less expensive to construct, but it is very costly to maintain moving forward. So you need to ensure the waterproofing is always in place. Otherwise, during the rain season, you are going to experience problems with this roof if it is not properly maintained. The last disadvantage we look at is that this type of a roof is not good for areas with high rainfall. So the next type of roof we are going to look at is called a living roof. A living roof is also what is known as a green roof or a planted roof. So basically it's like having a flat roof and then you introduced greenery or plants on top of it. Yeah, so you are encouraged to make a planter using native plants. You can also use native soil, and then you also provide for proper drainage so that the planters don't experience waterlogging when it rains. And also you need to provide a proper waterproofing membrane to avoid any leakages from excess water in your roof planter. The guarded planters you are going to use, they're supposed to be designed in such a way that they sit on a steel frame above the ceiling of the shipping container. This will allow for airflow through the shipping container roof and also to keep the weight of the planters off the non-structural roof, because the roof of a shipping container is not structural. So if you load it in any other part apart from the corners, the roof will give in, it will buckle, and it will also sag. So what are the advantages of using a living roof? 1. A living roof is naturally charming and is aesthetically appealing to your house, especially if you use native plants that also come with flowers and lilies. It will give you a very nice appeal during the flowering season. Another advantage is that a planted roof provides natural insulation and natural cooling on your house, especially if you live in the tropical climate. Lastly, we can say a green roof will help you to combat urban heat island effect. Disadvantages, we look at: one, a living roof is susceptible to also leakages just like a flat roof, and therefore proper waterproofing should be observed. Another disadvantage we can say is that a flat roof is expensive to construct and also very costly to maintain. The third roof type we are looking at is what we would call a pitched roof. This is the most common roof type you'll find anywhere across the world. And because a pitched roof can be used on the traditional construction of houses, it is not immune to use a pitched roof on your shipping container house project. If you look at our shelter mode homes, we've used a lot of this type of roof on our shipping container house designs. Yeah. So what is a pitched roof? A pitched roof is practically any type of a roof that has a significant slope. Yeah. We said in a flat roof, the slope or the pitch is almost hard to tell when you look at it from a distance. A pitched roof is preferred in a location where rainfall is very heavy. Why? Because the gradient on your pitched roof allows water to drain off your roof easily and quickly without getting time to settle on it, and if anything, to percolate inside your shipping container house. Yeah, you need to also adopt a simple design in order for you to build your roof cheaply, and that is to say you need to avoid any complex designs when using a pitched roof. So what are the examples of a pitched roof that you can use when you are building your shipping container house? Examples of pitched roofs are gables, we have hip, we have a mansard roof, we have a gambrel roof, we have a skillion roof, or what people call a lean-to roof, we have a chicken head, we have a butterfly roof, we have a salt box, we have a sawtooth roof. You can also use a curved roof or a dome-shaped roof or even a pyramidal shaped roof. Yeah, remember to use an angle greater than 40 for your pitched roof if you live in areas that experience heavy snowing. If you want to do rainwater harvesting, then a pitched roof will be an ideal roof to use for your shipping container house project. So what are the advantages of using a pitched roof? One, it easily drains water and snow, so you wouldn't experience problems with accumulation of the two. Secondly, a pitched roof provides you an attic or a vaulted ceiling to allow for cross ventilation. So this will help you to at least maintain, or what I would call to regulate, the temperature of your shipping container house without much problems. Yeah, a pitched roof can be built almost anywhere in the world and can also be built using almost any type of a roofing material, ranging from steel. You can use tiles, you can use timber shingles, you can use a standard seam roofing. Disadvantages of using a pitched roof are: one, a pitched roof can be problematic in areas that experience high wind speeds and hurricane-prone areas. So you need to ensure that the structure of your roof is properly anchored on your shipping container to avoid it from being blown off by high-speed winds or hurricane winds. Lastly, if you use a pitched roof that has got so many valleys, yeah, and ridges, especially when you are doing a gable or a hipped roof, then you find that your roof will be prone to leakages if it's not well done. The fourth type of a roof we need to look at that is good for shipping containers is what we'll call a roof terrace. So a roof terrace is basically that flat space that is built on top of the roof of a shipping container building. Yeah, it is mainly used to enhance the outdoor living of your shipping container. A roof terrace is basically a flat roof that is functional. Yeah, it is used for outdoor living. Yeah, so you should ensure your flat roof is properly waterproofed before you put your roof terrace on top. Ensure you use a material that is physically appealing and warm to the feet. In addition, the material should be resistant to water in order for it to be ideal for outdoor living. So what are the advantages of having a roof terrace? The obvious one is, instead of just having a flat roof that is not used, a roof terrace gives you an opportunity to create a roof that you can use. Secondly, a roof terrace is an ingenious way of increasing the living space of a container house. Why? As I've mentioned in our previous videos, a shipping container by the very nature of its dimensions is very small. So if you get an opportunity to increase that living space inside a container, then the best way would be to create outdoor living spaces, and roof terraces are good examples of outdoor living spaces. Yeah, another advantage is that this particular roof is less expensive than a pitched or a planted roof. The first disadvantage is a roof terrace is susceptible to leakages. Why? As we had indicated earlier, a roof terrace is basically a flat roof that has been transformed into a functional outdoor space. So you find that as opposed to a traditional flat roof that is given a bit of a gradient, this one you have to be very careful, because if you provide too much gradient, then people will be sliding and falling, which can be a bit dangerous, and therefore it even negates the whole essence of having a roof terrace. They can also be costly to maintain because they are exposed to direct weather elements. So the fifth type of roof we are going to look at is what I would call a container roof. This is basically a shipping container without anything on top in form of a roof. A container roof is made of a 2 mm thick die-stamp leak-proof corrugated coating steel welded together in form of continuous sheets. Where two or more containers are placed side by side, it can be a bit difficult to create a container roof because closing the gap formed by the ISO corner blocks can be a bit of a nightmare for water drainage. So what are the advantages of using a container roof? One, this is the cheapest type of roof to use in a shipping container, and the answer is obvious. It's because you are not adding anything on the original state of your shipping container. Secondly, it is also conducive for installing photovoltaic solar panels. What are the disadvantages of using a container roof? One, this type of roof is not good for rainwater harvesting. There is no pitch, and therefore even creating gutters on this particular kind of a roof would be a bit of a challenge. Another thing is that is a bit of a challenge to control water around the windows and the doors. So you need to use a drip protector on all your openings. If you don't do that, then you'll find that all the water that will be coming from the roof of your shipping container will be getting inside your shipping container house through the openings that you created in form of windows and doors. Another disadvantage is that controlling heat gain into your shipping container would be a challenge, because the shipping container is exposed directly onto weather elements. So if you live in the tropics, this type of a roof will be a big challenge for you. After going through the top 5 roof types you can use on your shipping container house, I would like to mention that you need to consider the following types of loads on your roof before you embark on any shipping container house roofing project. The first load you need to understand is what we call a dead load. What is a dead load? This is the combined weight of the roof of your shipping container. Secondly, we have what we call the live load. This is basically the weight of equipment and the people working on your roof. Lastly, the third type of load you need to look at is what we call the transient load. These are basically all the natural forces acting on the roof of your shipping container house. So all these three types of loads will determine the type of material and the type of roof you will use on your shipping container house project. So did you find our analysis exhaustive and informative enough to help you undertake a roof on your shipping container house project? Or have you built your own shipping container home? Then let us know what type of roof you used on your own shipping container house project. If you feel we have left out something, kindly let us know by posting in the comments below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it. Remember to subscribe to our channel for our weekly videos on shipping container homes. Thank you for your time and see you in the next video.